All right, family, welcome back to the channel, man. I wanted to come and, speak to y'all real quick, really to my confident individuals or my fellas out there who's either getting that confidence, or you that person in your friend group or in your family who is the rock. You're the one who people come to lean their head on your shoulder. You know what I mean? Like you don't really have no one in your corner that's really building you up, and trying to make sure you good. Is more so you're the one who's making sure everyone else is good, because a lot of the time you don't really need nobody to help build you up, but having that person in your corner, it really can. And what I wanted to come talk to y'all about really more so is about not just your confidence, but more so, are you moving in your greatness, right? Like, I know this might sound like, all right, what are you talking about? But you might be working a job right now. You might be doing something that's, in your entrepreneur ventures, and you might not be as great as you typically are in the things that you do. Like, I'm the type of guy that things usually come to me very easily, bro. Whether it's sports, games, engaging with people, like I can mix and mingle, do anything I want in my life, and I usually excel. But when I'm a novice and I'm going into something very new, and I'm realizing, like, okay, it's time to embrace a new challenge. When I'm not great off the bat, and I'm realizing, okay, it's going to take me some time to get to where I need to be at, I can get discouraged a little bit. And it's not like I get discouraged all the time. Like, I'm very confident. So I'm usually the last person that's going to say some negative shit when it's time to, do something great or have some fun or whatever that might look like. I'm on some like, nah, we finna have a great ass time. We're going to do this shit. We're going to do our best, be our best, and that's just how it is. But I'm not perfect. I am human. That's something I'm okay with admitting. I'm okay with admitting the fact that I do sometimes slip, and I just need a little bit of like kick up. I need someone just to turn me up a little bit and make me realize like I'm still that nigga. And when you don't move in your greatness in all aspects of your life, I'm talking about when you walk in the gym and you think about, you know what? I know I got 3 sets I got to do, but I'm going to just go ahead and just knock out 2. I don't even feel like doing all this today. Or when you at work and you clock in, you just like, man, I wish I wasn't even here right now. Like, I really feel like I can do better doing shit for myself. Like, and I'm really talking to y'all. I'm sharing y'all my thoughts. Like, the examples I'm giving is my own thoughts. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, man, like I can really I'm wasting my time at this job, but like, I could really be great on my own. Like, I know if I just put more time and effort into my own craft, that I would see more rewards, or I feel like I see more rewards. But in reality, even if that is true or not, while I'm at this job or while I'm doing whatever it is I need to be doing in that particular moment, when it is the now, you have to move in greatness. Because if you don't, you're going to feel a lot of resentment for the things that you have to do on your plate right now. Like, it's hard being great at something that you hate doing. Like, if you got to clock into your job, bro, and you don't like being there, it's hard to have a great day at a place you don't like being at. It really is. The people can only do but so much. People say, yeah, I love my job because of the people, but the people can only do but so much. You're going to end up being some days where it's like, man, I know I got these people around, but it just ain't like, man, I wish I wasn't here. Like, nah, you got to find out how can you put the cards back in your hand at any job that you at. Like, you know what? I know I'm here right now, and I know I'm not going to be here forever, but what can I do to make my experience even better? Like, what can I do? Don't rely on the job to do something for you. What can you do, right? Like, it takes a lot of growth and change, just in yourself personally, to make everything in your life go in the direction you want it to go in. But that's just what it's going to have to be, bro, if you want to be great. You can't clock into work thinking that the reason why you're going to have a great day is because your managers are perfect and they set up everything according to plan for you to have an amazing, successful career at whatever it is you're doing. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, what are you doing to make sure your career is going to be successful at the company you at when all odds are stacked against you? Straight up. When you go to the gym and it's packed in there and you realize, like, damn, all the equipment took up, all right, well, shit, I know other exercises I can do. What can I do to make sure I have an even more effective workout while I can't do the workouts that involves a certain equipment that I want to, work out on? Friend groups, like, damn, like, I really do wish I had friends that was on the same time that I was on. But what am I going to do in the groups I'm in right now to help build my niggas up? Like, who are you? That's what it comes down to. We're not going to put the cards in everyone else's hand. When it's in your hand, what you doing about it? And that's when you start moving in that greatness, man. You don't resent the opportunities that you have right now. Like, fuck circumstances, they opportunities. Like, you not just thinking like, man, you know what? My homeboys, they just got to get on a certain type of time and then we can start building and growing together. Like, nah, fuck that. What are you doing to make sure your boys are actually setting themselves up for success? Put them niggas on your program. If you got a program that you on right now that's building you up, put them niggas on it. If they don't want to be on it, then separate. But if they down for the ride, they down to actually build themselves up, put them on that shit. You ain't gonna be wishing no more that things were different. You making shit different. And this right here, this ain't it's easier said than done shit. You just have to go do it. Like, when you have new information leads to new decisions. Like me being in sales, I'm dealing with customers sometimes. They think they know what's best for them. But once I provide them with information that they never knew, they're like, oh my gosh, I never understood that right there. So now just that new information I just plugged into their brain, I just gave them and they received, they're like, wow, I might have to go about my life differently with the decision I want to make for this project we have. Because that's what information does. Information brings, what's the word? Information brings conviction or clarity. It gives people a new way to look at things. And what are you doing for yourself so you can have a new way to look at things? You know what I mean? Like, we ain't in this victim mentality shit. Like, we ain't placing no blame on nobody. Like, I am the type of guy where sometimes when I don't like how shit looks, bro, I'm talking hella cash shit about the whole thing that's going on. Like, man, I don't like how this is ran. I don't like how this is ran. But then I'm thinking in my head, like, all right, once I'm in power, I'm changing that. I'm changing that. I'm changing that. This is the kind of program I'm going to run when I'm running this shit, bro. And that's just how I am. So, don't let your circumstances get you bent up into negative thought patterns. Like, think as positive as you can. Put the ball back in your court. Because if you're not figuring out how you can be great in all areas of your life, bro, you're going to start carrying that resentment towards the things that you need to not have it towards, right? And I'm going to give y'all a little story before I actually get off this shit, man, because it's not like I got to beat this into y'all brains about everything, but I think this story might relate to someone who's kind of like myself, who has an entrepreneurial-like spirit, but, like, you're working a job right now. So I've done the whole thing plenty of times and I realized, like, man, if I only had this mindset a year ago, 6 months ago, where would I be at, right? Because I didn't start looking at life the way I look at it now. So I've been on this timing for the last maybe 2 months. And I'm just like, damn, I've been on a self-improvement journey for 5-6 years now, since I was 19. And I'm now adopting that dog mentality. Like, where the hell has the dog been at? Like, this has been in me the whole time. Why has he been caged? But the reason being is because feeling has gotten in the way of a lot of huge moves for myself, man. A lot of decisions that would make me great, I didn't make the best decisions because I let my feelings maneuver how I'm gonna go about things, right? So I'm gonna use, for example, when I had quit my job back in 2021, I was doing, self-improvement sales like I'm doing now. Not self-improvement. I was doing home improvement sales like I'm doing now. I was making over 100 a year, and things was great, right? But my passion is day trading, right? So I just really wanted to quit this job and start trading for myself because I'm starting to make some money. I'm starting to do good. I'm having some really consistent, I'm having $2,000-$3,000 weeks. I'm like, all right, well, man, if I had more time in my hands, I'd rather just put all this energy I've been putting towards trading or towards my job. I'd just rather just say, fuck the job. Let's just go all in on trading, right? But again, though, remember, My job is paying me over 100K a year, bro, and I'm living with my mom. Let's not be dumb. I'm making a lot of fucking money right now. Like, what would 100K a year do for you? And I'm not moved by money, right? Money does get me in the right direction, but it's not like something that's gonna determine my next move and shit, right? Unless it's a certain type of figure. But more of the story of this, you know, I allow the feeling of my job push me to quit my job, right? Because I realized, like, man, I'm like a 40% closer in what I do. But I knew I can get to 50 and 60 if I adopted a certain mentality. But in that moment, I wasn't willing to adopt that mentality to be great at my job. Like, I'm thinking in my head, man, I can be greater on my own time. And that's still true. Like, you know, even though what I'm saying is my story, it can still be true that I can definitely be greater on my own time. But there is a saying, right? What you do in one thing is how you do all things. And it's really only a select few people who really quit their job and go balls to the wall on their passion and their goals. And I did that one time, right? And that energy I felt when I did it, man, it's like a feeling like when you got it and you catch it, you gotta hold on to that thing strong, bro. Because I did it once, and I was going up, and it's going up, it's going up. And the only reason why I stopped doing what I was doing was because I didn't feel like my heart was in what I was doing. I didn't feel right about what I was doing, so I got off of it. But in turn, because I realized my job, I'm a 40% closer, it's making me the money I'm making, but I wanted to be a 50 to 60% closer, but it's gonna take me being more than who I was. Me not being that person off the gate was making me resent being at the job. Like, I was too caught up on the 60% I wasn't closing, but not realizing, like, damn, I actually am still closing 40%. Like, I only need to just tweak a little bit more things, learn a little bit more things, get my knowledge up, get my skill up, and I can really be a 50, 60% closer, right? But that resentment I had towards my job because I couldn't be who I saw myself as already, it was fucking with me, man. It was like making me think, like, man, I'm better than this job, and, you know, I can do way better on my own, and this, that, and third, blah, 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 blah. And when I'm not already trying to be as great as I can at work, and an opportunity where I can make a lot of money, why would I leave that to go make less money and then be great at the same time? Like, you know, like, I know that sounds crazy, but like, logic didn't move me in my decision. I wasn't making more money in trading when I made that decision. I was making more money from my job, and I felt like I can make way more money in trading if I put more time and effort towards trading. But what happened, right? I quit my job on the spot. I'm like, man, I got like 30, 40 something racks saved up right now. I don't need this job right now. I got all the time in the world. I'm living with my mom. I got all the time in the world to figure this shit out, right? I quit, right? I made like 9 bands my first month getting out of my job. But I'm like, okay, I'm really learning something. I lost all that shit in 2 months, and I'm like, damn, got into a little sort of depression because my work ethic was slacking. My mindset was slacking. I was slacking on certain things that needed to be up to par to take on this new challenge that was more so, it's nobody backing me, it's me versus me, and I wasn't ready for the challenge. And I realized now, years later, that I be making decisions based off my resentment from the opportunities that I'm in. Like, I can't keep quitting jobs because I feel like I'm gonna do better on my own. How about on a logic aspect, I do better on my own while working my job, and prove to myself that I already have some consistent shit going on outside of work, and then I make that big decision. Like, you know, I'm not based my decisions off feeling, I'm basing my decisions off logic. Logically speaking, if I run the numbers on this thing, all I gotta do is this, that, and the third, and boom, I'm gonna get the desired result that I'm talking about. You know? And I know that was a long-winded statement and answer, but like, real shit, you can't allow your resentment towards the things that's gonna force you to grow and change and be a different person move you to do things that can potentially hurt your progress because you're not up for the challenge. That's all I got to say, y'all. That's all I got to say. Don't allow yourself to harp your growth, or like, you know, like slow down your growth, because it's now time for you to do bigger and better things for yourself And it might be why you at the company you at right now. Straight up. Like, if, for example, you like real estate, right? You can get into real estate investing. But if you got a job already, you already got 2 years worth of working experience going, shit, you can go to the bank right now and get you a loan and get you a 203K loan and go rehab you a property. If you got the funding, your credit in order, don't quit your job when you're trying to start real estate investing. Shit, nigga, go ahead and keep working your job and figure some things out, man. Like, you got active income coming in. Don't harp your growth. Like, just work harder. That's all I'm saying. Work harder. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Dead ass. I wish someone would have told me that shit a couple years ago, man. Stop wishing shit was easier. Just wish you was a better nigga, bruh. So I hope the young nigga or your young lady who listen to this, like, you really take what I'm saying. Like, I'm just speaking from my own experience. Like, I'm 25 now, figuring out, like, yo, I made some decisions that I didn't have to make, but I'm glad I learned from my own decisions. I didn't have to go, like, yeah, I would have just rather be wise enough to just listen to someone tell me what I'm saying right now, but shit, my experience led me to doing things because I've always been a big risk taker. So I've always been the one to do something on my own. But, you know, but I'd rather learn from someone else's mistake and then figure that shit out. Truth be told, and now I'm in that phase where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and just take your advice, but I trust your wisdom, and I'm gonna go ahead and just make that shit my own. Like really apply what you're telling me, and just turn my shit up. But I know whatever someone's telling me, if it's gonna benefit me, it's gonna benefit me by being more greater. Straight up. So I'm gone, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate those who rocking with me. You know, keep supporting me. It helps me out a lot. I feel like, or if you feel like the things I talk about, the message I be spilling, like, send it to your friends, send it to your family, you know, like and share the video. Like, it really helps me out a lot. And I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm dropping a video a day. If you check my page right now, you see what I'm on. I'm not gonna stop. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And, you know, y'all be great today. I'm gone.